Hey, you guys, it's me again. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Crystal Jordan, and today I'm going to be talking about natural remedies for outbreaks. So, I personally decided that I was not going to do suppressive therapy and not take medicine on a regular basis for my outbreaks, and I also don't take medicine at all for my outbreaks. That was just a personal decision that I made. So I wanted to go ahead and give those of you who are either thinking about it or just kind of want to know some alternatives, natural remedies that you can use to help speed up the healing of your herpes outbreaks, also to help you deal with all the stupid symptoms and the soreness, the itchiness, or whatever that comes with it. So for me, my go-to remedy is coconut oil. Coconut oil is going to be your friend. And for a couple of reasons. Sorry, y'all, I'm trying to grab something and I can't reach it. So coconut oil is going to be your friend for a couple of reasons. For one thing that I use it for is itching. So a lot of people get the itchy, tingly feeling either right before or during their outbreaks. I know I do. And for some reason, coconut oil helps that. So usually, if I get itchy or tingly, I'll go ahead and I'll put coconut oil on it. And tea tree oil is also very good for that as well. So what I do is I mix the coconut oil with the tea tree oil. I usually use coconut oil as a base and then put like 1 or 2 drops of tea tree oil in it and kind of stir it around and apply it wherever I'm getting that itchy tingly feeling. For me, it's also really good at kind of nipping my outbreak in the bud in the very beginning. For like that tingly, itchy feeling is kind of a sign for me that one is coming. And so usually, if I do that first, um, it'll either slow it down and shut everything down, or it'll at least reduce how bad it is. But you can use it if the outbreak is already full blown infect in there. With the tea tree oil, when you're using tea tree oil, do not apply it directly to your skin. Tea tree oil is very, very strong. So you always want to dilute it with a base oil like coconut oil, or I know a couple people use olive oil. Olive oil is kind of thick, so I've never tried it with olive oil, but I do know other people who have tried it. Um, Another one that you can use is oregano oil. Oregano oil is super strong, just like tea tree oil. And honestly, to me, I feel like it's a little more potent. So I highly suggest diluting that. Um, and then oregano, you can also take in a capsule. A lot of people use it. You can get oregano supplements. And then I have a couple of people that I know who use those as well, and they say that it helps with their outbreaks. Peppermint oil. When I'm out of tea tree oil, I use peppermint oil. So I'll be feeling a little minty fresh, but it works just as good. I also use the peppermint and the tea tree oil in a bubble bath. So if I don't want to put it directly on my skin, I can always, run myself a hot bath and put a couple of drops of that in my water, and that works as well. As long as it's diluted, it works. The reason that I say diluted is because it's with it being so strong, it will burn. Like, I mean, if you're okay with being on fire for a couple minutes, that's your business. Me personally, I want to be comfortable. So I would never put it on something without it being diluted. Um, if you would rather just have something to take, say you don't want to take supplements or don't want to take the medication on a daily basis, but you would like a supplement to take to try to either reduce your outbreaks or to help you get over them faster, then lysine is a good alternative. You can find it at your local drugstore, you can go to Walmart, you can go to Target, Walgreens, wherever. Anywhere that you can buy any type of vitamin, you can buy lysine. And lysine is just a natural supplement. It's really, really good for boosting your immune system, which is really helpful when you have herpes because usually for me, when my immune system is lower, I tend to have more outbreaks. So a lot of people use lysine. I did use lysine for a while, and it was helpful for me. As far as my usage now, I don't use it on a regular basis now simply because I'm not going to lie to y'all. My consistency with taking pills of any sort, including the medicine that keeps me awake on a regular basis, sucks. So I threw the lysine out the window simply because I don't remember to take it and I'm not consistent with it. I've learned that when I am consistent, it does work. And I know plenty of people who are successful using it, which is why I recommend it. So, and it's something that's very affordable. Said you don't have to have a prescription for it. You can get it over the counter. You can go to Walgreens. You don't even have to really go like up to your pharmacist and ask for it behind the counter. You can just walk in the aisles and get it like you're buying a vitamin D or a Chewy or a hair, skin, and nail vitamin. It's all in the same section. Um, Outside of applying things, I would say if you have genital outbreaks, ladies, one of the biggest things about having an outbreak is stay dry. And I know we want to be sexy, and you can still be sexy in cotton, but cotton is definitely going to be your best bet because it allows it to breathe. So I would definitely X out like satin panties and silk panties and stuff like that during that time. Lace isn't too bad depending on where you're getting them from and what kind you're wearing. Um, if it's an open outbreak, then I probably wouldn't bother it, and I honestly just wouldn't do it at all. Only because of the fact that lace can kind of irritate your skin a little bit. So cotton is your best bet. You can still be sexy in cotton panties, y'all. You do not have to wear the big old bloomer granny panties if you don't want to. They're comfy, but you don't have to wear them. If you still want to be sexy, you can wear a cotton thong. You can wear cotton boy shorts. They make cotton everything. And then if you don't want to wear panties at all, I highly suggest at some point go commando. A Give yourself a little room to breathe. Especially like if you're at home at night, if you're not comfortable doing it out in the public, then when you get out the shower at night, just put on your clothes and don't wear any underwear, and that'll give the outbreak some time to breathe. It'll keep it dry. It'll get some air, and it'll help it heal a little faster. Because when it's closed up and you're sweating, and you have all this moisture down there, it's just kind of a breeding ground for it to keep going. So at some point, it's got to dry out and it's got to air out. The best thing you can do is dry it out. Which brings me to witch hazel, which is something else that you can put on it. Let me tell you something about witch hazel. Witch hazel kind of functions like alcohol. So, if it is an open outbreak, I don't suggest using witch hazel. You can, but I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you it's not going to burn, because it will. But it is going to help it dry out faster, and help it heal a little faster, just like the tea tree oil does with the coconut oil. Um, Another thing that you would need to do to help your outbreaks heal a little faster is wash your hands. As in, if you're touching it, one, keep your hands off of it. That's the best thing you can do for yourself. If you have to touch it, when you finish, wash your hands. And then also when it comes to applying, any of those oils or anything like that, highly suggest using a Q-tip or a cotton ball or anything like that, and not double dipping, because then you kind of give your opportunity to just spread stuff around and just kind of like cross mixing foods. So, like you use a Q-tip, dip it in your tea tree coconut oil mixture, apply it, and then if you need more, flip the Q-tip over and use the other one that hasn't been used, and do the same thing. If you need more, throw that Q-tip away, get another one, and keep going. And that way you're not dipping everything back and forth in the coconut oil. Um, because you did just touch that outbreak, so it's fresh. So just don't be afraid to reuse it. When I get out of the shower, especially when having an outbreak, I'll like dry it off, and then I'll let that area air dry. And like I said, walk around commando for a couple hours, give yourself some air, let it breathe. And then last but not least, keep your stress down. I know, easier said than done, but keeping your stress down is going to be so helpful. And not having another outbreak, because you can stress yourself into another outbreak. You'll be about to the point where you're healing and you'll stress yourself into a whole nother one. And that's going to just keep you from keep you from having them back to back to back. Trust me, been there, done that, where I've been stressed out, had an outbreak because I was stressed out. The outbreak stressed me out some more, and because I was stressed out some more, as soon as that one started healing, I had another one, and then I was stressed over that and got another one. It just becomes a chain reaction over and over and over and over again. So the best thing you can do for yourself is manage that stress. Cut down on the foods that you know are triggers. Know your triggers. Anything. That's the biggest thing you can do. Know your triggers. If you're in your first year, it's going to be kind of hard to do that. But if you've been in the game for a while, You know what makes your body tick. You know what sets your outbreaks off. Know your triggers and pay attention to them so that you can manage them. And it's going to help you reduce the amount of outbreaks that you have. If you know your trigger is sugar and you like cookies, cakes, pies, Oreos, donuts, and everything else, that's all well and fine, but do it in moderation and know what your limit is. Balance it out with some fruits and vegetables and some meat or something. If your trigger is stress, find an outlet to reduce your stress, whether it be exercising or reading a book, listening to music, whatever it is you need to do to cope. Use it so that you cannot be having unnecessary outbreaks for no reason. That makes sense. So, if you guys have any questions or any other suggestions, things that you use to reduce your outbreaks, things that you do to manage outbreaks, um, as far as natural remedies go, please go ahead. Feel free to drop them in the comments below. If you got questions, drop them in the comments below. If you have any questions and you don't feel comfortable putting them in the comments, you can send me an email at acceptingtheunacceptable@gmail.com, or you can contact me on Facebook, which is under my name, Crystal Jordan, with a K, just like the burger, or on Instagram at Couture with Crystal, which is Couture with a K. So, you guys have a good night. Bye bye.